Have you ever had someone cut in line before? We don't like line cutters, do we? Or at least we don't like it unless we're the one that sometimes maybe gets to cut the big line ourselves, of course. So why are the disciples getting mad at James and John? They're trying to cut in line, essentially. And Jesus' response is very important to connect with their original question. They were asking Jesus if they could sit at his right or his left. And of course, he responds that it's not his to give, meaning that it's those to which his heavenly Father is given. But then Jesus tells them how they could sit at his right or his left. With, again, these last words. But it shall not be so among you. Rather, whoever wishes to be great among you will be your servant. Whoever wishes to be first among you will be the slave of all. He's answering their question. And I think sometimes when we reflect on this gospel, we can miss that Jesus is giving the answer of how to sit at his right or his left. Essentially, what he's saying is, be the servant of all. Don't look in this life to be the person that is a line cutter, gets to go first, but instead be focused instead on going last. Because that kind of humility says, I'm free of seeking that kind of favor. The irony is, you're only ready to sit at the right or left hand in heaven if you don't care about sitting at the right or left hand in heaven. That's the answer. And a very beautiful line in the Litany of Humility, because essentially we're coming up against the apostles' pride, both James and John and the other 10 as well. Beautiful line in the Litany of Humility is when one essentially says, I don't seek that. I don't seek to be recognized. I don't seek to be acknowledged. Because there's a freedom when one is not looking for those things anymore. Jesus is trying to help his disciples always, as well as us, to experience a greater freedom in humility. And I think a lot of times we don't realize how freeing humility is. We focus instead on, oh, we got to give up this, got to give up that, how hard this is, etc. But humility is meant to be freeing. And Jesus is trying to free his disciples up so that they will be ready to sit on his right and his left.